Hi guys, welcome to Is It Worth a Sandwich? Bethesda's put out its 6th batch of Creation Club content. It's kind of an odd time for the company. They've not exactly been knocking it out of the park lately, with the Fallout 76 being kind of a mess, and the nylon bag debacle, and whatever weird thing Bethesda decides to do next that doesn't quite work out. They're kind of in a weird place, and not in a great place with their fans. Is it this time, or more so a month ago, because I'm getting this up super late, that Bethesda put out its newest offering for Skyrim's Creation Club? And, frankly, it's most expensive. This new batch of content includes the first real quest mod, Forgotten Season, that boasts a new dungeon with new equipment, perks, and even a new mount. Will this new batch of Creation Club content help win back fans, or just piss them off more? Let's find out. This time I will be looking at Satyralia Holiday Pack, Sunder and Wraithguard, Civil War Champions, and of course, and hopefully not least, Forgotten Seasons. This time around I skipped a Vigil Enforcer armor set for 600 Bethesda bucks and Elite Crossbows for 400. Let's start with Satyralia Holiday Pack for 300 Bethesda bucks. Boy, I really hope I'm saying that right. A jolly new merchant has set up just outside of Dawnstar, who is selling festive holiday clothes and a reindeer mount. We just have to head to his camp and... vampires! Stop trying to ruin my Christmas! I don't think they're part of the quest, I think they just kind of showed up. Once you arrive and have dealt with any random encounters you've faced along the way, you can purchase new clothing and a reindeer. So long, Unicorn. I wish I could send you to live at my stables, but them's the breaks. Reindeer is probably one of the best looking mounts so far and totally fits the holiday, or it would if I was getting this out before Christmas. The clothing is unenchanted and looks pretty good. This is probably one of the better looking mods. I don't know if it's 100% worth it. The reindeer looks really good though. Next on our list, we have Sunder and Wraithguard for 500 Bethesda bucks. The tools of Canarak are located somewhere in Skyrim. You follow quests all over Skyrim to find clues about what's attacking a group of caravans. Wait, I haven't been to Falkreath yet?
Did you see a dog out there?
What kind of dog exactly? Eventually, your quest leads to the Sightless Pit. I have mixed feelings about this. Yes, they reused an existing dungeon for a quest, which I don't like and I think is lazy. But I also never found this dungeon before in all of my time playing through Skyrim, which I'm not that mad about. At the end of the dungeon, you must solve one last tricky puzzle involving steam vents. Once steam is restored to the facility, final challenge awaits. A massive dwarven centurion awakes, and in my game, just kind of stands there while you kill it. This is a Bethesda game after all, and you kind of expect some bugs. Finally, you claim Sunder and Wraithguard, and they look really good. I like this mod a lot, but that might just be because I love Morrowind so much. I equipped Sunder and Wraithguard without even considering their stats because I like them, and then it turns out their stats are really good. I don't know if I would recommend this mod to anyone else, but I personally really like it. Wraithguard apparently also enchants Keening, but I haven't found Keening yet on this playthrough yet, so I can't verify that myself. Next, we have Civil War Champions for 600 Bethesda bucks. Both the Stormcloaks and the Imperials are seeking a champion to don the powerful ancient armor and do battle against the other side's champion. For the Stormcloaks, you must obtain 5 Snowbear pelts, either through conventional means, the console commands, which I totally did, or by pickpocketing the pelts from Kaija Wolfclaw. If you can manage. I am a terrible fool. For the Imperials, you just must be a member of the Imperial Army, or just have a high enough speech skill. Then both sides meet in the field of battle in just the ugliest armor I have ever seen. This is just so hideous. I mean, I get what they were going for. It sort of looks like some armors from older games, but it just does not translate well, and it looks just so terrible. And so then, is this armor worth $6? No, just no. 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 Lastly, we have Forgotten Season for a whopping 1,200 Bethesda bucks, or about $12. Forgotten Season starts as you head to a new location, Runoff Caverns. You set off to explore a pretty good dwarven ruin, lots of switch puzzles, which I'm a fan of. As you head deeper into the caves, you start to hear loud, thunderous sounds. This leads to a room with a storm in it. And you're like, wow, this is pretty cool. Then you go into the next room and are floored by the massive hurricane that rages near the ceiling of the room, raining down lightning. You see a massive dwarven spider in the distance. Investigating a nearby destroyed camp gives you details about this dungeon, and a cool hat. To shut down this dwarven weather machine, you must conquer 4 rooms based off of the 4 seasons and defeat the Weather Witch. That's apparently the giant dwarven spider. As for the various rooms, Spring is visually stunning, and the main gameplay hook is that you have to kill Spriggans so you can progress through the overgrown roots that have broken through and taken over the ruins. It sort of has a little bit of a maze-like vibe, but I felt it was kind of easy, and the solution was always just kill the Spriggan to progress. Where's the Spriggan? In front of a place that you need to progress. In the summer room, you are escorting a dwarven spider using a control rod through lava-fueled facility, fighting off various dwarven automatons, and using the spider to unlock new areas. This feels like somewhat wasted potential. There are no real puzzles here to solve, or a clever thing where you have to, like, trigger one and then trigger another and then go back and trigger the first sort of thing. It's just bring spider to area, progress. This part is visually stunning, though, and though I enjoyed this one, it's kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit. It was a little long. The winter room is kind of an odd choice. There is no combat here. Very little interaction. You have to do some swimming to find the path forward, but really that's about it. This might be deadly if you had survival mode on, but I wasn't going to be messing around with that. I think that artistically, this was the most interesting rooms, as it makes you feel very cold and alone as you trudge forward. But from a gameplay perspective, it's not that interesting. I would say the fall room is the crowning achievement of this mod. You are tasked with harvesting various kinds of glowing wheat. At first, this seems pretty simple. Just deal with a few traps and some dwarven automatons. Then you meet the Harvest Dwarven Centurions. These enemies can KO you in a single hit. This room then becomes a game of cat and mouse as you try and collect all the wheat you need to pass the room. This is also where you find various components to make a dwarven horse if you're willing to look for them. This room is so tense and you feel small and weak as you struggle to survive. I absolutely love this one. After finishing all 4 rooms, you have a quick fight with some mercenaries and the researcher that betrayed his leader. And then the stairs to the Weather Witch are supposed to go up. In my game, they did not. Oh, Bethesda, you and your very, very frustrating bugs. Fortunately, if you run at where the stairs are supposed to be and just keep jumping, you can reach the top of the staircase. Now you fight the Weather Witch. This fight was alright. I was more so just frustrated spending an hour trying to figure out how to finish this dungeon and make it past this bug. After defeating the Weather Witch, you receive a book that grants you a power that does something. thing. Oh, this text is very, very small. After leaving the ruins, you can reassemble the pieces to collect your dwarven horse and... Oh, this one looks really goofy. There are apparently a few secrets I missed, but I was just frustrated at this point and didn't care to go back to look for them. Overall, my impression of Forgotten Seasons is that the mod was pretty excellent, with a few bugs and missteps, but otherwise it was very solid. It had a few of those, oh wow, moments, and the visuals were just striking. Not just in the weather rooms, just everywhere. I started to feel some of that wonder and excitement, like whenever I first started playing Skyrim. But is this worth $12? Honestly, if each of the rooms was as good as the fall room and they sorted out the bugs, then maybe. But as it stands now, I don't know if I would recommend this mod or not. So we've seen what Bethesda can do with the Creation Club, and I'm still not all that impressed. I have now spent more on content for the Creation Club than it would cost to buy a new copy of Skyrim. This is one of my favorite games, and I want new things to do in it. But there's so many better free options available. Seriously, there are so many just amazing mods that people have made and made available to you for free. I think back to my first episode reviewing these Creation Club mods where I talked about Voyage to the Dreamborn Isles. And that is now available for Skyrim Special Edition, and I really want to recheck that out. It was fantastic. And I don't know, it felt like there was more love in there than anything that I've seen so far on the Creation Club. One of the things that I was also very looking forward to with the Creation Club was this highly refined, polished mods that would just work and you wouldn't have issues with. But I've now encountered a potentially game-ending bug where you couldn't finish that dungeon, and you might have been able to backtrack back out, but that sucks. I'm glad I found a workaround, but next time that might not be the case. So thank you guys for joining me on this voyage back to Skyrim. I always really enjoy doing these videos. Let me know what you like and don't like in the comments, and yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Oh, also, what's your favorite sandwich? No one's responded to that. Please let me know.